also known as Jocelyn Gamer back in the day, used to, or was grinding this game and grinding extremely hard, saying he wants to win Diddy main, and he was like, I want to take this all home because I still love this game, no matter what people say, and I love that kind of energy, though.
For sure, right? There's a lot of Diddy's actually that made the top 32. Very notable wins, and I love that Diddy is so grounded against a character like Bayonetta that is so important, because as soon as you start jumping, Bayonetta's going to scoop you, and that's where things get a little dangerous. Hopefully that SDI is going to be on point, because here's the test. Don't forget, in this game, guys, when you do land with an air dodge, you have incredible amount of lag. So you will probably just get reset on that combo, which is why we got the 61% on the side of Bayonetta and Shadow PR.
Exactly. And while I was doing research on, like, Shadow PR and who they play, they didn't have it listed anywhere, but then I went to their page and I saw, like, their followers, like, Lima and, like, a bunch of others, like, oh, that's a Bayonetta.
Right.
Bayonettas, they travel in packs, which is weird because there's not a ton of them in this upper bracket. There's only, like, well, 2, which I was like, I know, half the bracket, but still, Bayonetta, we all know her as the terror of this game, but for her to not be running the streets completely, things might be going a little bit different. Never mind.
Especially that we're starting on Smashville, right? I mean, that's the opening you want to do here. That's what reminds you what this game was all about. But as you talked about it before, I mean, this entire bracket, 296 players, there was a lot of Bayonettas. Most of them, more than 50%, were Bayonettas. So hey, the fact that there's actually only not even a handful left of them is quite the sign, and such an opportunity here for John to make the name in Diddy Kong's favor.
Yeah, I mean, by the end of this game's lifespan, people were like, okay, Diddy Kong's one of the characters who can actually consistently contest with Bayonetta, because nice. Things like that, solid anti-air potential, makes it a lot harder for Bayonetta to land for free, along with the banana as well.
Right, and of course, that beautiful hoo-ha, like we used to call it back there, continuing to make a name, and that disjointed quick fair. You always think you're safe from it, but you're always in range, gonna get that. And I'm wondering if we're gonna get a call out of some witch time, right? It's so long and active forever in this game, but we're seeing a lot of aggressive options coming in on the side of John. So I'm wondering when Shadow PR is gonna make him work for that.
True.
Might be now.
Very possible. I mean, with Bayonetta, she gets more lag at the higher and higher she goes, like the more special she uses, but Witch Time kind of just removes all of that. It's still a gamble because it has a little bit of lag, but if you hit it, your opponent should die at pretty much any percent.
Right. Okay. There you go again. That's when you start getting into the combos. You also have to consider the rage in this game, right? I mean, especially if you do have that 97, those combos that might work at 70 is now going to start working at 40. So kind of have to cut it in half and use a little bit of reaction and mind over matter, reading what those percents are, like that up air, but missing the jump up air. On the side of Shadow, giving another hope here to John, using that rage against him.
I can always tell how hungry a player is based on how hard the SDI Bayonetta's combos, and John was popping out of that witch twist, okay?
Right.
Like, this person is very, very hungry to win this whole bracket here.
You know it. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, that's why you got Bayo on the screen, right? You don't come here to play. You come here to win.
Yeah.
Ooh,
nice.
What a catch, right? You covered the top, you covered the bottom, but did you cover the top? Yes, I did.
She can just be anywhere I want, man. I mean, like, she can, like, has that jump. She has a triple jump, and that back air has so little end lag. You can just kind of cover that space. And since acting for a long time, as you're falling, there's still a chance you might get tagged as well. So, I mean, there's no such thing as a free lunge up there on the ground or in the sky. Airlines these days cheaping out. Bayonetta Air, though. They'll get you there quick.
Yeah. Smashville does not help. I know the ban here was definitely FD. If anyone remembers, Diddy Kong just controls that space so well. So I think the next thing that was in line, Town and City, a very favorable pick, as those platforms will go away at some point, which will kind of become a FD opportunity.
Yeah, just for a few seconds, and it adds up to a lot, because if you can get your opponent to a disadvantage or just rack up a lot of damage, then it just completely changes the flow of the matchup on its head.
Right. Okay, I love it. Yes, the back air into the reverse down tilt, getting that clap. Unfortunately, not going to get out. Great DI on this. Whoa! Going deep.
Oh, no!
Oh, no! Not with the kick, too, right? Wasn't able to charge that recovery, and I saw John's face. He kind of was like, oops, I forgot to charge that out. I think that everyone's also remembering things like pivots and wave bounces and things like that. It's a lot different in this game, and what I found out while I was playing is the difference of the dashing, where in Ultimate, when you're dashing, you can't do anything out of the dash, where in this game, you have to run, and then that's your initial attack. So it's the opposite, and sometimes it can throw you off after a move.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit like more and less committal at the same time, because like you can still cancel it with a shield and use that to, really space stuff really well, but like you can't really act out of it unless you just have a lot of really fast aerials or just something to cover that space in a more unorthodox way.
Exactly. Don't forget about, I believe, cross-ups as well in this game, right? You can run past shield.
I miss that.
I
miss her.
Yeah. I feel so limited in other games now, right? Where here, you're more free in that movement. I think that's another reason why it makes Bayonetta such a force to be reckoned with. But John controlling that stage no matter where you're crossing up, and now we're back to an even game. But yo, give me that banana. Great snack. Here's a fruit. Let's continue.
Yeah, give that potassium. You'll need that. All right. So John just trying to opt to play a little bit more safe, using that banana, just try to punish that ending lag whenever you can, because if you're far enough away, which time won't actually trap you in there. Good SDI, but John still going to eat a lot more damage here.
Oh yeah, again, we're going to see a lot of it, but this is where the characters start to come to your favor, right? This is Diddy at Rage, and we're on Town and City. Even though it is a higher blast zone in this game, it still doesn't matter when you got that much rage just eating up. I mean, that banana, you're like you said, the potassium is an opportunity here.
Oh,
and guess what he needs on the
go.
air dodge. Amazing weight on the side of John. You know that it was coming. You know it. He wanted. It's the only thing he could do. Look at that. Meow.
Boom! I saw that up throw, and I was like, the only way you die here is if you air dodge. You can do literally anything else. And I saw Bayonetta do that weird cartwheel. I was like, oh, she is smoked, isn't she?
Yeah. She was announcing that she was gone.
Yeah.
That Carl was like, I'll see you next game.
Yeah. See you in Bayonetta 4.
Can't wait, guys. Get on that.
Yeah, please.
All right,
I can't have that ending, Rob.
No. Please. I'm very surprised on the run back here. I mean, yes, we had a great game on the side of Shadow, but I don't think you should make things hard on yourself because it was such an adapting game on the side of John. He started out such on the wrong end of the leg here, but really cooked some stuff up on that stock too, which means he just has so much momentum going on the stage.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, the only way he messed up was by air dodging there.
Right.
Anything else would have been totally fine. But I understand wanting to not get too much damage, but, you know, sometimes you got to hedge those bets a little bit.
Right. Man, I love the sounds in this game, right? You know, when you get hit, you really feel like you're getting hit by a truck.
I've been saying that all weekend. Retro Smash games, like, sound bouncing is a dying art. I love Ultimate, but Ultimate doesn't have the bass that Smash 4 and Brawl has.
Yes, it's the life. It's even the graphics. Look at the saturation, the color wheel, just so well done. I love that gyroid, like in the Lloyd there dancing in the background, like he's so yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of yellow, woo!
And speaking of things that don't miss, John does not miss that confirm right there. With a little down tilt on there, with a little extra pizzazz, gets you a little bit closer to that side blast zone.
Yep, that banana definitely helped him on that front, and now he's an entire stock lead. Again, I think this stage, he just kept the momentum that he had before and has just been playing this beautiful, patient game of waiting for Shadow to commit and then utilizing him against him. Oh, man.
You see that SDI?
I did. That was insane, okay?
Yeah.
My man SDIs every day and night, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, amazing stuff. I mean, Shadow is trying to adapt, but John's doing a good job mixing up the up and down SDI, so making it like kind of random to track, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, Nair, I like it, and he's been so smooth too with the cross-ups. It's kind of throwing Shadow off a little bit. Oh, you're over there, okay. Wow, the rage on the side of John too went so far up. Luckily, you're on a large blast zone here.
If I remember right, the ceiling on Town City, like, isn't it, don't people, like, explode? Like, yeah, people die, like, super, and, like, Ultimate's really high, but in this game, it's low.
No, it's the opposite. Here it's very high, and then in Ultimate, it's, oh, no, it is. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, no, you corrected me. Yes, it's very low. You got it. Yes, that's why we almost saw, I think, why that KO'd. Oh, my gosh. My man's styling now.
Trust me, I've been traumatized enough by roses on the stage to know, oh I'm DDD. I died at 4.
You're right, dude. You got that. You put me there in that place, and this is the reminder of it. That up tilt sending you right to that small blast zone and into the city.
Amazing stuff. And John, I mean, looking like a clinic on how to fight Bayonetta as Diddy Kong. We had a lot of blueprints on how to do this later on, because in the later meta of Smash 4, back in its active heyday, it was really Bayonetta, Cloud, Diddy Kong, and like the mid to low tier like main character of the week.
Right.
Yeah, Diddy was kind of the one who I was saying like was always top 3 in this game. Diddy's love to downplay the character. They're like, oh, Diddy Kong struggles a lot against Luigi and Mario. It's an even matchup, you ding dong.
Yep.
you're mad because you have to play the game along with other people.
Exactly, right? And especially with someone on, Bayonetta here in this game, it's a little different. And you got a game in Ultimate that has 80-something characters, and here it's cut in half nearly. So makes things a little bit of a different situation. Now, I really like this pick from Shadow. A lot better, a lot more movement options. You're not going to fall really on banana. You're going to be able to escape on these platforms, feel a little bit more comfortable. When I had the privilege of playing Shadow, I felt extremely overwhelmed here.
Yeah, these platforms really do make a huge difference. I mean, just being able to trap people down, as you said, it goes a long way. And on top of that, it gives you some mix-ups if you really commit with all your up B and like side B specials in the air. Now you can maybe fall through and juke your opponent to whiffing a punish.
Yes. Okay. Grab that banana. I agree with you completely, but yo, my girl, Shadow, connecting the dots. Unfortunately, missing the last one. Here you go, John, push me out. Let's reset that neutral, get that banana, and get a grab too. Down throw into the up air.
Nice little DI mix-up right there, holding in, making that up air look a little bit more true.
Whoa, whoa, watch your step. I love that. In this game, what I found out is it's a lot harder to go through the platforms. When you're dropping down, it makes it pretty rough to get through, and I feel like that was the point of why so much pressure is coming in from Shadow here. You have to run off, but John, aware, goes right back to the ground.
All right, and yep, good read on the spot dodge. Going to get a little bit of a witch twist there. Held it, so not going to be able to get as many follow-ups or many options. And you saw that out smash locked and loaded in the chamber. John's ready to close the stock out.
What a tech, too. Teching in this game is also such a different timing, right? And ultimately, you can do it way early. It'll buffer out. It'll kind of save you. But no buffering in this game. You got to really react based on impulse and reaction. And that's what John did there. Get that tech. And now has advantage state and an edge guard situation. Let's see how he commits. Goes the monkey flip. Does miss it. And that's an opportunity for Shadow to gain back that neutral.
Oh, and we saw the up tilt start to come out. Battlefield, big blast zone's going to be able to survive. And it's going super low, so should be able to be just fine. Yep, if you angle it just right. John making magic happen. Shadow not able to get the kill just quite yet. This is going to be a re-grab, unless you don't grab the ledge, however.
Yeah, right? And that's the scary. Whoa, where are you going? There it is. Speaking of ledges, that's the second time we've seen John do that. I feel like he kind of loses how quickly Diddy Kong goes. Wow. Oh, all right. See ya.
On Battlefield?
Yeah, man. I mean, that boy slaps, okay?
Slaps, hit with the Boldy combo. Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap.
Yeah,
that's
man,
what he does best.
Let you remind him. Let me show you the feet, too. Does just as much of those claps.
Yeah, sheesh. All right. So, I mean, Shadow PR, yeah, a big opportunity with that heel slide. Good SCI, but going to be able to track it. Not holding it all the way through, so still leaving some damage on the table.
I am so impressed with John's SCI. That is not easy, especially a big body like Diddy Kong. It's more likely to get wrapped up into those kinds of combos from Bayonetta, but was able just to follow it every single time. And I see the way Shadow is adapting, trying to scoop up with the double witch twist, but unfortunately, it just hasn't found it yet, and I haven't seen any early KOs on the side of Shadow because of this.
Yeah, John's been keeping that pressure really tight as well. Like we saw the Bats Within start to come out from Shadow PR, which a lot of times would lead to a free punish, but because Diddy has such safe buttons and Johnson's facing well, was able to get the shield up in time.
Yes.
You got to keep yourself airtight against Bayo all the time.
For sure. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You might have that advantage, but at any point, it could disappear. Now, if he only just didn't jump, he had that, right? Unfortunately, that opportunity, that window, and even waiting sometimes for that air dodge would have been another setup of a reset from Shadow. But hey, John living to see another game and looking to try and close this to a 2-3-1 victory.
That time he just straight up got out.
Oh yeah, twist. Oh yeah. This time he was like, I'm not even dealing with it, but wait a minute!
Oh.
Okay, Battlefield. The back air?
Should be able to survive. Never mind. Never mind. I thought maybe he was trying to hold out to get off the platform and just got tagged on the way down.
Yeah, it looked pretty questionable, the DI.
Yeah, but just like that, we got ourselves a Game 5, and Shadow PR putting himself back on the board there.
And looked pretty convincingly. I mean, like, started out on a little bit of a rough foot, but that last stock, I feel like he really composed himself, added more pressure, and utilized those platforms to say, yeah, you got the ground, no problem. I'll be right here when you're done. You jump, I'll go and commit.
Yeah. So amazing work. And first Game 5 set of our block. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh yeah, me neither, man. I love this game, and there's, you know, we like to end things on Final Destination, but not here, okay? Smashville, this is the town that we like to keep and make it our own home. We're defending the territory. I love the pose, the animation, but John gonna show the beautiful dance that he's got to counter against it.
Yeah. So, I mean, with Shadow PR, the big X factor is how can you adjust to Witch Twist? And I think the SCI on Witch Twist, I think the only consistent answer is by using it more sparingly. Bayo does have other combos like that fair at low percent. So being able to get some more off that. Wow. Good pickup. But again, with the SCI, Shadow's just not ready to pick it up.
That's it, right? I mean, you can practice and understand, hey, this is how you witch twist, this is how you get the KOs, but how do you adapt to someone who knows how to get out of that, right? That's what he's struggling with most. He might have got what he needed at the high percent, but now you got to get at the low percents because John is overwhelming Shadow right now when it comes down to the neutral.
Yeah. I mean, Diddy has one of the strongest neutrals in the game, which is why he's been able to stay consistent presence throughout this whole game's lifespan. Yeah. But the way that John's using it as well, you know, not letting the banana go to waste, being able to pressure shield effectively, and as I said before, make sure things are airtight so it's hard to get a punish. Like, it's strong stuff.
Even the rolls, right? That pressure is still an advantage, even with all those rolls. There's not that shield pressure that you have in different games. And this one, you're really able to get hit, continue that momentum that you were doing. And that's why Shadow was able to get out of that, but gets to it the weak hit of that back air.
All right, so now Shadow needs a big opportunity here because you have enough rage and enough damage on John to still get a combo and have it be super deadly.
Yep.
Like, yeah, this situation right here. John, excellent DI out and air dodge. That was one of the few ways you can survive that. But the tipper hit of afterburner kick in the air is not really DI-able, so Shadow is just not able to get a big punish there.
Yeah, again, like I feel like we want to see, we're seeing these slaps because of the overcommitment from Shadow. He's always trying to going for the bread and butter, right? That's why he's not able to do anything. But if he mixes it up by just waiting for these air dodges, because they're consistently coming out from John, he will be able to get that final hit from these witch twists.
Exactly. And there we go, using the down air to change the momentum as well. I think you were right on the money with kind of punishing these air dodges or punishing the landings as well, because people are like, oh, okay, I can punish Bayo now, but she shifts her hurt box so much with that down air, and that move kills extremely early.
Oh, yeah. See, right there, I think that was great. That was a first start. Shadow waited in that moment for that landing on the side of Diddy Kong, and even utilizing the fact that, hey, when you land, you actually have so much lag. So trying to utilize that is going to help Shadow a lot to take this home. Okay, let's see what he's got. Air dodge.
Oh,
Okay.
that DI every time. I have to point it out. He's just
I'm so
mashing
impressed.
that stick.
Every time. I don't blame him.
That control stick has to be smoking by now.
Oh, yeah. You don't want top 5, baby. You want top 4.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. I like the shield. Dropped it, unfortunately, at the very last second. Maybe even a little bit of a poke, but looks pretty big. Neutral.
All right, Shadow playing a little bit more reserve, going for the back airs, up airs, getting that punish.
Wait a minute. Again!
Ooh. Almost tracked the DI, but just a little bit off, and Shadow has a big opportunity here, but not going to be able to get any let trap or any momentum going. And John, look at that, holding shield and just clapping. Round of applause.
That's it. Okay, you got your banana. Drop it. It's mine. What you got? Oh, whoa. Watch that back air.
Oh.
Both backers, man. We're going to say nice back air at some points.
It's a cliche for a reason. It's
Yep.
Every Smash game, you can space those back airs and get a lot of mileage off of it.
Yeah, they kind of hit like a truck, You're okay, wait, is this going to be up there? This should not do it. A little bit more touch of rage. The next one will, though. Perfect position, especially if it's going to be on that platform. If it's going to be moving on the left side, it's going to be a perfect setup.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can't afford to get grabbed up there or just have any significant interactions up there. Shadow's just hanging out, just trying to be as safe as possible.
What a
Excellent
catch.
power shield as well. Oh my God.
I love the walk-up too. Just make a statement for yourself, Shadow. Make it beautiful. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm getting a little nervous on the side of Shadow because of these jumps, right? But hey, when you're going to keep rolling the way John has, that's going to make something look crazy, and now you're overcommitting, and that's the back air he needs. So Shadow's going to close it out. Hey, you've been rolling the whole time, John, so I'm going to call you out and take that home.
Yeah, those rolls were looking smooth earlier, but too much butter, too much cholesterol. Okay, you can't be rolling that much.
Yeah, man. Like I love the bananas, all the potatoes. Sometimes you don't want to put too much peanut butter on it. You know, like I love that, but sometimes you want to really taste the win.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was me at Cheesecake Factory right there. Just rolls for days. I was just scarfing those down.
And then you felt sick, right?
Yep.
There it
I
is.
was not feeling good. I was not feeling good. I would do it again though.
Oh yeah.
I'm not